In this video, I'm going to show you guys one of the most rewarding ways to play Cyberpunk and the skills required to make this happen. And to be honest, I've come across it completely by accident. I wanted to start a whole new game for Cyberpunk 2.0 and I wanted to do a Netrunner build because I thought that that was the most fun way to play back when the game launched, and I wanted to see how things have changed. I also wanted to give the katana skill tree a try because I thought melee was a little bit underwhelming at launch, so I also put skills into that, and I also wanted to give smart weapons a try as well because I thought that that was one of the coolest additions to the game, but I always thought the gameplay was a little bit less fun when you were using those smart weapons. For Cyberpunk 2.0, they really revamped the dash mechanics in the reflex skill tree. To now, you can kind of close the gap between enemies by dashing towards them, and if you invest enough skills into it, you can even do it while in the air. And when you pair this with the double jumping cyberware, you can actually cover a lot of distance in the game that you couldn't quite do before. And there's a neat little trick that you could do with the double jump and with the air dash ability. I normally play with a controller, so if you're looking at it and you hit the dash button and then immediately follow up with the jump button, you do a sort of lunge jump. And there's a very specific way you need to do this. You need to treat it like you're rolling your thumb from the dash button towards the jump button. It needs to be that fast. And if you've done correctly, you'll find that you jump and dash at the same time, so you're able to cover a lot more distances while using the same momentum and distance that the dash does. And the absolute best part about this is you can actually chain these together. If you time your hops correctly and you do the dash jump again, but as you're starting to fall down, you'll be able to do it a second time, and you could just keep repeating that over and over again, provided you do it correctly. And highly advise caution when doing this. It's very easy to mess up the timing of it if you're not like completely used to it. And if you find yourself at too high of a distance, then you're gonna end up falling to your death. And to be honest, I'm having a blast with this new movement mechanic. I find myself not even pulling up a car when I'm in Dogtown. I'll just travel by doing the air dash and jump at the same time. So to reiterate, you're gonna need about 15 points into your reflexes skill, and you only really need the dashing abilities and then the air dashing one. I suggest also getting the one that gives you a little bit more maneuverability while in the air. And if you max out reflexes, you can get the ultimate skill that allows it to cost less stamina and replenish your stamina, but I didn't really find that you need this to make this happen, so it's really up to you. Like I said, you also need the reinforced tendon cyberware that allows you to double jump in the game. And then that's pretty much it for what's needed to accomplish this, and then you can kind of twist it to fit your specific play style. For example, like I said, I wanted to do a smart weapons build, so I invested heavily into those skills, and I found that doing this, I can essentially just take enemies from the air while just auto-aiming on them. It's crazy. You can even pair this with the Krezhnikov cyberware that allows you to slow time when you aim down sights and dash. So this also works for the air dash and the jump dash, so you can even perform some cool slow-mo combos as well. If you plan on not doing a Cyber Runner build, then you can also use the Sandevistan to really control when you get to slow-mo, so you're not limited to actually dashing and aiming down the sight before it happens. And I think that there's a lot of different ways that you can play the game while using this build. This works well with the arm launcher cyberware, as well as any kind of melee weapon. If you're using the monowire, just a specific melee weapon, or the mantis blades, like any sort of melee weapon, this will allow you to close the distance and allows you a much more rewarding experience than just running up to them or dashing towards them. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. I just wanted to make a quick and simple guide to show you guys how cool it is, the mobility now with the Cyberpunk 2.0 update. And it's honestly crazy how fun this is. I thought it was kind of lame because you would see these enemies and they would sort of like do dash attacks at you and it was hard to hit them. And there really wasn't a way that you could do that in the first game. But with this, you're able to just fly around the enemies and they don't even know what to do. It's crazy how fun this is. But I'm interested in hearing what playstyles you guys are using in playing Cyberpunk. I know that there's so many different ways to play this game, and I'm not even done with this playthrough, and I'm excited to jump back in with a different playstyle just to see how fun it is. I'm excited to continue the discussion down below. Thank you guys for checking out this video. I'll see you in the next one.